last time on Dragon Ball Z.
And now, the conclusion.
The ending in general just felt abrupt. Like, they help each other out, but then they don't seem to really acknowledge each other too much. I felt like Godzilla just kind of fucked off. Kong looked like he was ready to fight more. I mean, he had just been subjugated. Godzilla made him basically stand down in their fight and kind of acknowledge him as king. But Kong was like ready to go again with his axe, and Godzilla's like, fuck this. And Kong's like, oh, you're not out to attack me. And Godzilla's like, bye. Except I made it sound like they talked more than they did. They don't really have any bro moment. They just kind of help each other survive against Mechagodzilla real quick, and Godzilla leaves, and then Kong's back at his home in the center of the Earth, which is kind of like another dimension or something. That's not entirely clear. They need the center of the Earth because it has some energy, the kind of energy that allows Godzilla to be born, as powerful as he is. They need that to use on their Godzilla, to make their Mechagodzilla powerful. Their Mechagodzilla was dying until they charged him with this power source from the center of the Earth. And Kong goes back there at the end of the movie to live. Happens in like 10 seconds, it feels like. He's just howling, and then credits. And they established that's like the center of the Earth is where all the big monsters come from, and they had used Kong to find this energy source by telling him like his family might be there, and they're not. They're all extinct. I guess all the other Godzillas are too. Which is convenient, because if they go there and the Godzillas and Kongs are still fighting, that might be a problem trying to get an energy source out of that shit show. There's already a bunch of giant monster stuff attacking them. Anyway, back to ripping into this movie. I kind of wish they'd done more to fight Mechagodzilla. It goes the way you'd think it would, I guess, when they're combined attacking him, joint attack, working together. We can make it if... Shut up. Don't let me sing Sonic Heroes things. But I mean, it doesn't really amount to much of a fight. They each grab an arm, throw him down. He does get some shots in on them, but then they kind of just make quick work of him and annihilate him with that attack I talked about, with the axe, and then they're smacking him around a bit, and they just kind of shut him down. And it happens so fast. I wish they'd had like more teamwork, like Godzilla could have tripped him up with his tail and monkey drop kicked him or something. They just do more to like hit him together and somehow show off some cool synergy even though they hate each other. Damn it, I just want to see a giant monkey and a giant radioactive reptile fuck him up with some cool synchronized attack things. That's all I want. Even with their streamlining of the human stuff, I still felt like the monster action was lacking. I mean, that's kind of all this movie was about, but I know CGI is expensive, but do more, damn it! Have like 3 rounds with Godzilla and Kong. They fight on the ocean when Godzilla's like trying to track Kong down because Godzilla's obsessed with being the king of the monsters, so anytime he knows Kong is out in the open, he goes after him, and they only really fight twice. Like, he finds him out in the ocean when they're trying to transport Kong to the Arctic to use him to find the center of the world. Well, the power source, they already knew the center of the world was there. And then Godzilla just blasts a fucking hole in the earth to the temple of the giant monkeys when Kong is doing some weird shit with his axe. Kong climbs out, fights him, and that's kind of it. I want 3 fights, damn it. I'm greedy. More fight. It was a pretty decent length, their second fight, and their first fight, honestly. And the fight with Mechagodzilla, at least the Godzilla part, when he's soloing and getting his ass kicked, that was pretty good. That was all those fights are all well balanced and pretty long. But like, yeah, the final battle is short as fuck, and yeah, just maybe have another round with Monkey. And maybe let Monkey, like, have more of his own fight against Mechagodzilla. Kong in that fight mostly was just thrashing him for like a minute total, it felt like. You know, maybe have Kong struggle a bit against Mechagodzilla while Godzilla's like recuperating. And then they work together and smash him up. but with cooler attacks together. I'm a professional. No, I'm not. Neither's Wormmon, because he doesn't fucking do anything! Or they could have thrown in like a fight with something in the inner Earth. You just get some snakes attacking Kong and company. One of them almost fucking kills him, actually. Like, it kind of gets the drop on him. There's two of them. Kong kills one, and the other one, like, Kong turns around in time to get attacked by it, and it almost murders him. And it's like, you see that and you think, he's not winning against Godzilla. There's no way. Like, it wraps itself around him and then tries smothering him with its wing thingy, and Kong is completely fucked until they blow it up. The humans shoot missiles at it, and that lets Kong kind of start slamming it around, and then he kills it. And eats it, and drinks his blood, and it's a good thing none of that was poisonous or acidic. I don't know how many times Kong's fought one of those. It's his first time in the center of the earth. But you know what? It's about the same as when King Kong put an octopus on his head and it almost smothered it. Good times. King Kong won that fight, supposedly, in the first movie. I said it before. Mechagodzilla. Where's Mechanicong? I didn't say that. We need him. Tag team fight. Mechanicong and Mechagodzilla versus Godzilla and Kong. That would have been sick. But Mechanicong looks too much like Donkey Kong, and Nintendo would have sued, even though they somehow won the whole Kong lawsuit to begin with. They probably would have won that lawsuit too. Anyway, what the fuck? Right, Mechagodzilla. He looked functional. Like, his design made sense. He has big arms for smacking the shit out of people. His body looked like it was made to be functional, and also kind of copy Godzilla / replace and mock him. But it still was kind of bland, kind of skeletal, boring. At least make him a chonker like Godzilla with big monkey arms. He had like these cool claw things that he could smack people around with and rip jaws open with, but just, I don't know, it looked too realistic and functional. Give him a barrel chest. Or pecs. I don't know, just thicken him up a bit. Make him look more dragon-like, since he is Mechagodzilla. They could have just said, oh, it's to house more power, because he's got a red laser. Who knows how that worked. They're pretty futuristic, which is cool. But he just has like this laser that fucks shit up. Beat out Godzilla's breath. Godzilla did fire that atomic breath a lot, trying to hit Kong. But, I don't know. Make him a thick boy. And then he just looks like Godzilla, but silver. Fuck it! Tywin Lannister is just gone. That's kind of annoying. Just kind of cut to that, didn't I? He's the one that gets Ghidorah's head, which is used to, like, form kind of a DNA computer for Mechagodzilla. That's happened before, and it went well! And it went well this time, too! Tywin brought Ghidorah's skull to Apex, apparently, and they used it to make a computer, and I think kind of power it or something? I forget, I should have gone back. But I just jumped into this! It's used to make this kind of control seat core thing that their human pilot man uses to control Mechagodzilla, but the computer takes over, kills him, and Mechagodzilla just immediately goes rogue as soon as he gets his full power. Which, of course, the human dude even says, like, maybe we should test it first, and the guy's like, no, do it. We must kill Godzilla. He's already here. And then Mechagodzilla goes rogue, kills everybody. Tries to kill Godzilla. I don't know if it's Ghidorah taking over, or like some kind of DNA cyber copy of him. It seems to be pissed off and angry because it's spawned from him, his DNA. I don't know, it's kind of weird. That part's not super well established. I wish they'd gone a little bit more into that. Like, why specifically. There was something about Ghidorah's, like, energy and mind and telepathy that they wanted. I guess they kind of explained it pretty well, but they don't really mention Tywin about it too much, if at all. I don't think they did. He's not in it. I don't think he wanted to come back. He just sold it off to some company, or maybe the company owned his militia or whatever. I don't think there was any connection established. Just Tywin Lannister had a Ghidorah head and seemed to want to use it, and then Apex has it. And it's a skull. It's a skull, Luigi. Didn't make it. No, they wired it into Mechagodzilla. Remotely. which just leaves it ripe for all kinds of tampering, which is actually Milli Vanilli and the Funky Bunch poured water on the computer and it fucked with his head as he was kinda killing Kong and Godzilla. Yeah, he actually would have won that fight. He was winning that. But the coffee, they poured alcohol into a computer and it fucks him up long enough for the tag team to mess him up. And Tywin Lannister isn't there, that was the point. He's not there to say, look out, Mechagodzilla, they're putting beer in your computer. Run. And I guess lastly, things are kinda inconsistent. This is more for the MonsterVerse as a whole. Well, except 1 minute Kong is almost dying to a snake, who we still saw coming. The next minute he's going toe-to-toe with a bigger, thicker version that fires nuclear breath. But like, Godzilla takes a lot more punishment and keeps going in this movie than he's ever taken in the series. I mean, Ghidorah puts him down kind of quickly, it felt like, in King of the Monsters. And then before that, the Mutos like knocked a building over on him and tackled him a bunch and he was almost dead. Like, I guess his tolerance is growing, but he's already really old. Was he training in a hyperbolic time chamber now? He's becoming a better fighter? Just by this movie, he's getting the fucking shit punched out of him and drop kicked out of him by Giant Monkey and Giant Metal him, and he's still going. He didn't really need a nap. Not as long as a nap as he needed in the first movie. This Godzilla, you could probably drop a whole fucking city on him and he'd be like, what? Fight. Yeah, and then Kong almost dies to the fucking snake thing, and then next thing you know, he's beating shit up. It did almost look like he was gonna win at one point. I was worried about Godzilla. Like, damn, he's punching him, and he's fast and strong. I don't know, if he keeps getting around that nuclear breath, I think Godzilla might be fucked. But you wouldn't know that from the snake. Them snakes almost ran his shit. I don't even know if that's... Or mom, is that slang? Did I say things? You're an expert. Yeah, overall though, I liked it. It was a good movie. I'd watch it again. I'd probably put it above King of the Monsters, below Kong, and all of them below 2014, because that was a real good one. Gareth Edwards, Rutger Hauer, Howard Finkel. Your movie sucked, but this one was pretty good. Let's maybe put more action in it. Even more monster action, damn it. Oh, I never really addressed... Well, hold on, just... Closing, good movie, just needs more action. Needs Tywin Lannister explanation. Maybe Mechagodzilla could have had a better final fight. And a better design. Good movie though, I recommend it. I like not having to go to theaters. Keep that up, please. I don't want to have to get up and go somewhere in the morning because I work late if I want to see a movie before it's spoiled. I don't want to have to go to a theater and rely on people to be nice and quiet, because they never have been. Most movies I've seen have been partially ruined by the audience being assholes. Well, let's fuck you, Christopher Nolan. Stop with this mandatory theater bullshit. Go see Tenet on a Game Boy camera. Well, I'm gonna put a Game Boy camera on a Game Boy player playing Tenet, and I'll watch it through that. I'm not watching Tenet. Anyway, GameSpot fucking was trying to be contrarian or trying to get clout or something, and they're like, oh, not enough human plot that's intelligent. Like, we came here for monkey versus lizard. Fuck that. It's like when people complained about Avengers Infinity War not establishing each character enough. Like, there's like 20 fucking movies before this one doing that. This is a new type of movie. This is about that, though. Yeah, like, I don't really mind the lack of the human plot overall. I didn't find the humans to be remarkably dumb in any of the choices they made or anything to the point where I cared enough. Just keep them there to move things along like they did. I just think GameSpot was trying to just say it to say it. Honestly. Like, don't get me wrong, the human parts weren't like perfection, A+ material, but it was serviceable and just enough to pass. And not terrible. It's a good movie, go see it. Wormon, what have we learned? You fucking review things. And edit them. I can't do either. I'm tired and old. I'm balding still. Did I put any clips from Godzilla vs. Kong? That's not the name of it. Who fuck cares? Next time on Dippin' Balls. Dippin' Balls?